In this video I'm going to go through an example of a bearings question, and I think what we'll do, probably the best tip is to draw a scale, see what's going on. So we've got two boats and we're setting off from a harbour H, so let's put the harbour in, say there, and let me start that again because I know I'm going to have to put north lines in. So we're going to be working with bearings, so definitely need to put north lines in. And what we're looking at is boat A sets off on a bearing of 325. So if we look at that, 325, starting from north, 90, 180, 270. Okay, it's a sketch, so we've got just basically getting an idea of where this boat is travelling. Okay. So that's what we've got there. Reading through, the boat B sets off a bearing of 235. So that's obviously an important bit as well. So what we're going to do there is we're going to have another one, which is 90, 180, 235 down there somewhere. I'm just going to draw it down there like that. And so we've got these two values. I don't know where I'm going to squeeze that one in. Let's have a look. Let's put 3, 2, 5 in, something like that. I've got some more information, and the other information about speed and the time obviously will give the distance. So the distance travelled. Let's have a look at the distance AH. Well, AH is the boat A, which is going at 14 kilometers an hour. How long is it going for? 2.5 hours. So we've got 14 times 2.5. It's 28 plus a half hour is 7. It's 35 kilometers. And similarly, BH, the distance of the other boat, that one is travelling at 18 kilometers an hour. So we have 18 times 2.5, which is 36 plus 9, which is 45 kilometers. So we've got some information there. I don't think we can do much else with it. We've got, this is 35, and this is 45. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, let's have a look. We are looking to find the distance between the two boats. Well, that's AB. So if we draw in the line AB, you'll notice there that we've got a triangle. And just by chance, we know the angle AHB. So the angle AHB is going to be 325 minus 235. And that is 90 degrees, which makes it easier to work out because we've got now Pythagoras and SOHCAHTOA. Let's add that in because it's a result. So I think we're ready to go. We've got everything that we need, everything that we can find so far. Let's go with the distance AB. Right. So now we've got the diagram. Well, all we have to do is use it. So let's use this diagram. We can see that it's a right angled triangle. And we know that that's 35 and that's 45. So AB squared using Pythagoras theorem must be 35 squared plus 45 squared. So AB will be the square root of that answer there, which ends up, once you've tapped your calculator a few times, approximately 57 kilometers. Done. So A is done. Calculate the bearing of boat B from boat A. So this is the second part. And this is where the bearings comes in, and we have to have some prior knowledge about angles and geometry and so on. In order to do that, notice the word from. I think that's probably the most important word that you're going to see with bearings. It means that you are, if you like, you're on boat A, you're stood on that boat, and you're looking out to sea and trying to find out where boat B is. So we're actually here on this boat here, and there's our north line again. And this is drawn a little bit tricky. Oops. Now I've got the impression here that that is north, which is it's an example and it's a diagram. We can't assume that, so we've got to do some calculations. I think what I'll do is I'm going to change the orientation a little bit of it and redraw the diagram just so that it looks a little bit better. I'm going to say that it's like that. I'm not sure what it's like. I'm just, again, it's an example and it's a sketch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down like that. We know that's 90 degrees, and we're looking at the angles now. This is north. This is north. And now I can just put in a north line there if I need it. But we've north, north, north everywhere happening here. We've got to look at some angles here. We know that AHB, this one, is 90 degrees. What else do we know? Well, we said earlier using the blue one that is 325 degrees. Okay, so that would mean that this angle in here, blue angle in there, is 360 minus 325, which is 35 degrees. So let's clear some of this out. That's now 35 degrees. We know that the two lines are parallel, the north lines are parallel, and so what we do is we know this angle here as well then. Using parallel lines, we've got that angle is 180 minus 35, which is 145 degrees. So this is 145. Well, what we're doing, we're trying to find this angle here. This is the bearing that we're looking for, which is the bearing of B from A. I hope this is clear. It's clear to me. We shall see when you give me some feedback on it, and we'll take it from there. Okay. We need to find this angle. That's what we're looking for. Right in there. Okay. Why? Because we've got an angle of 145 degrees here, and we've got the whole bearing right through. So that 145 degrees, we want 145 degrees plus the yellow angle. That's what we're looking for. That's our bearing of B from A. So we can find the yellow angle, we can simply add that on to the 145. Okay, this is how we do it. Yeah, I'm just going to I draw sketches quite a lot. I'm just taking relevant bits now. This is 45 kilometers, this is 35 kilometers. This is our yellow angle. This is the angle that we are trying to find once it lets me do it. There we go. In there. So let's have a look what we've got. This is the opposite. This is the adjacent. So we've got good old SOHCAHTOA. So and from that we can see then that the tangent of the yellow angle must be opposite 45 over 35. So we're now going to use this angle will be arc tan 45 over 35. Now on your calculator, arc tan will be second tan. It's that tan minus 1. This is what we're looking for, it's tan minus 1 on your calculator. But mathematically, officially, this is arctan. So what we end up with is when we press a couple of buttons, please check that your calculator is set in degrees and not radians. And then simply do second tangent 45 divided 35, and you end up with 52. Oh, interesting. 52 degrees thereabouts. So the bearing of B from A must be 145 plus 52, which is 197 degrees. Done.